everybody? Another short review coming from PVD Horror straight to you. I'm Dave. I'm with Brandon. And today we are talking about a very important film, I would say, when you say
Very
Brandon.
important. Very
Very
important.
important. Talking about the new chapter of the Demonic Toys, Jack Attack.
Yep.
This is going to be available September 1st, full moon, and we were able to get a quick early screening of it so that we could tell you guys all about it. If you like all things horror and want to get the best horror news, interviews, and reviews,
Like, subscribe, and ring that bell to follow us and satisfy all your horror
so
needs.
Brandon, what do you have to what yes, and what are some of the details on this film?
All right. So, growing up, Demonic Toys was probably my second door that opened to Full Moon features for me. The first one was definitely Puppet Master. And so going into Demonic Toys, it was cool. You had this gang of dolls. You had all these, you had like a baby doll, you had like we said, Jack Attack, the Jack in the Box, and it was just all random killers, and it was kind of cool because it was like they all had their place, and Baby Oopsie always seemed like to be the main one because he had like more of the comic driven side of things,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, and kind of like held the movie together at times, and you just were like, wow, it's a fucking baby just swearing or saying some random shit, and it was cool. And so that came out what I think probably like 92, so over the years, Full Moon, we just had Charles on the show, and we just talked about like how we grew up loving all his films. And now, we kept on getting those films, and now we're starting to get spin-offs. It started with, Puppet Master having like a Blade spin-off, which was cool
Yeah.
because of those some of my favorite characters. Blade was
Yep.
always something that like one of the characters that stood out to me, and then it had gone into, Demonic Toys, where, Baby Oopsie had his own films. I think he has like three of them now.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see things like spin off, and then now we're able to see Jack Attack, like it's like where their origin story came, like how these things come together, like and so I think that's cool, that Charles came up with this idea years ago. I had pointed out to you a couple months ago when we got the full moon features, and I was going back on a few films, how Doll Man
Yeah.
and Ted Nicolau's Bad Channels movies, they kind of like were doing that. They had like little like a character jumped crossed over into the other movie, and I'm like, this guy was doing this shit a long time ago and catching on to it. So
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
seeing it go on to bigger films, it's cool, So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. So, I mean, for this one, we have the opening scene. There's a horrific murder that a
yeah,
little young girl, I say little, she's not that young. She's a young girl witnesses and is an orphan. And um, she witnesses the murder and then she ends up in an orphanage. She gets adopted, but now she's mute.
yep,
And when she gets adopted, she's very hesitant. She's isolated. But then her worst nightmare comes true when the Jack in the Box that committed the heinous murder in the first has now followed her to this adopted home, and all hell breaks loose. Hilarity ensues. We got some insane kills. We have one of the shortest features I've seen in a while, only minutes, but it is action packed.
yep.
And it's just a ton of fun, in my opinion. I had an absolute blast. I thought it was a lot of fun and just bonkers.
Yeah. So like you said earlier, this is going to be streaming on September 1st. When Charles came on, we had a different date that was kind of set with all the information and everything that was sent over to us. And then at that time, we also found out that it was pushed back a little bit because I think it was
Yeah.
supposed to come out August 20th, and
Yeah.
then
Something
so
like that.
yeah,
Yep.
so then it was pushed back to September 1st, which is cool because it gives a lot of people that if you're not signed up to Full Moon features yet, definitely take the time out to do it. They have a lot of cool gift boxes and sets that you can sit there and receive when you subscribe. It's not bad. I was telling you like when I signed up, Dave, I was just like, man, this is a good price, because like what, like $59 for the year,
Yeah.
and then you end up getting a box set. You can get like box sets like every Puppet Master movie or
Hmm.
every Evil Bong movie, and those things are like priced over 100 and something dollars. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So this all physical disc box sets. Like I end up going with the Diana Prince box set because I already have the Master box set. So I was like, all right, this is cool. So just to see like different things, you know what I mean? And the site definitely offers like all different type of movies, you know, from comedy to the regular full moon features, moon kids movies and adult content. You know what I mean?
Of
So
course. Of
yeah.
course.
And what was it? Was one thing there was like Charles Band the Road Show, like when he would go and
Yeah.
kind of like go on and kind of like do live events and stuff and
Hmm.
talk about the bra, like the evil bra, the monster bra that he had that he talked about. So it was cool, you know, doing those events. And I think that it was cool having Charles on and kind of be able to talk about all that stuff. But I'm
Yeah.
just happy to see, you know, the demonic toys continue because like I said, I grew up on this stuff, and so you know the baby oopsie kills and everything are funny. But this film, you know, it was definitely a different take. I don't really want to like spoil too much of what happened, but like you said, the kills were great, you
Yeah.
know, and like you said, it was the runtime's probably like one of the shortest movies that was out there, but it's definitely action packed, like you said.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah. The
can't,
pace was good.
yeah,
Pace was
so
good. The characters, I think they did a decent job with the characters, making you, not like the ones you're not supposed to like, and
mhm.
also attach to ones that they don't want you to get too attached to. There's some funny characters. I thought that was kind of interesting. So she's adopted into this family. Other meets her and he's like,
Yeah,
whoa, who's this? His like future sister. And he's like,
yeah,
whoa. And then the girlfriend's like all jealous of looking at his sister. I just thought that was a funny dynamic. And then I feel like there might have been a different version of this at some point because, and when you guys check this out, you'll see this. The dad, like, I feel like there's this awkward scene where he's drinking a beer. He looks like he's had a few, and he's just sitting there and he's standing there and he's looking at her. He's like, "Where are you going?" She was like about to run away, and it looks like he was about to start flirting. And
yeah,
like, I was like, "Where is this going?" But they left it at that. So but there's some pretty funny moments. The dynamics are pretty funny with some of them. It's just a movie to like sit back. It would be great for friends. You're gonna have a good time with
yeah,
it. It's also reminiscent. It reminded me of, and just because I got so like immersed in those films, but all the production films that we watched
yeah,
back in the day when
yeah,
they were doing all those films, and now they've obviously done the Winnie the Pooh one, but like those kind of like not taking itself too seriously. It's all about just kind of getting you the content. You want to see cool kills, you want to see toys, you want to see, whatever. That's what it's going to show you. It's not trying to be something it's not. So definitely think that this is a fun one. More to come. I'm assuming there'll be more demonic toy films to come. So this is, like you said, this is cool just to kind of get all these spin-offs and like the universe.
yeah.
So yeah, I think people should definitely check this out.
Yeah, and I was pretty happy. Like, you know, when the film ended, it kind of gave us that Marvel feel where, you know, you think it's over and it's like check for the credits, you know what I mean? So just
Yeah.
wait at the end because they're gonna show you what's next. And
Yeah.
so it's definitely gonna keep going. Um, and like I said, I grew up with these cast of killers. Um, definitely happy. So definitely can't wait to whatever they have next. I know Charles said something they were talking about the Leech Woman movie
Hmm.
from Puppet Master. So I always thought that character was just like just it was weird. Like you know what I mean? Like I like
Yeah.
the kills, like when she would like hold them down and then like just start spitting those things out. I'm like, oh man. But yeah, when going into this, I always thought like how could they make Jack Attack, you know, do all these
Mm.
things? How can he? And then there was like something added in, so that's like a surprise element to it. So I think fans will definitely enjoy it. And like I said, I
Yeah.
don't want to give too much away,
Yeah.
but they
You'll
did
enjoy
well
it,
with it.
laugh, you'll have him, and it's only 60 minutes of your life. So I think that's like a nice little thing to be able to add into your day. Just a quick film to enjoy. And yeah, let us know what you think. Definitely, I would love to hear people's feedback. I hope that people will definitely get that Full Moon Features subscription so they can catch up on these films that we're talking about, because this is like just the beginning of many that we'll be able to review
Yeah.
down the road. So look,
Yeah, and definitely look out for the Tiny Terrors coming from Full Moon Features in the next month, and so that's when you can actually get the little tiny surprise bag, box
yeah,
dolls. And I know that Jack Attack will be a part of that. Baby
yeah.
Oopsie, Blade, Killjoy, the Evil Bong. Is this
Uh,
all your favorite characters?
from Species has one. I think was no, not Frankenhooker. Yeah, there was someone else that I was like, oh, but there's some cool ones in there.
Yeah. So I definitely can't wait to check them out, because you were a big fan of the blind bags a long time
Oh
ago,
yeah,
and I think,
I love those things. When they did the Walking Dead ones, yeah,
yeah, it'd be like,
and
here,
the
I
horror
have this
ones.
one already.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, oh,
I
thanks.
know it's such a good marketing scheme to make people buy, but it's like it is a lot of fun to the chase and everything. So
Yep.
yeah,
So definitely look out for everything Full Moon Features has coming up. And
yeah,
anything else
yeah.
you want to add?
Yeah, no, that sounds about it. But thanks for tuning into our short review, and at another time with another review. Have a good night.
Good night.